What's up, dudes? Wait the universe, your magic day, geeky and nerdy, and welcome to a new episode. And today is a very special occasion, as you can tell by probably the title of this video. This is the first time I've ever read Robert Kirkman's Invincible. Now, Invincible, in case you don't know, had already at the time is a popular Amazon series. I think it just had a season finale. I don't know if there's going to be a season 2 following, but we'll see. Had a stellar voice cast, including J.K. Simmons, the actor behind J. Jonah Jameson in the original Spider-Man movies, and he is now basically portraying, Omni-Man. But I'd like to talk about my first time reading Invincible. This, if you follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. This is the entire compendium of the first 47 issues of Invincible. This is over 1,000 pages long. I just started mentioning that. And at the moment, I am currently on issue 15. So I'm just going to talk about Invincible up to this point and how I think Robert Kirkman did with the character. So first of all, Invincible is the story of Mark Grayson. He's a teenager, and his father is basically, I would presume, basically an establishment in Superman. He is basically this universe version of Superman. There's a lot of them, obviously. But he's going through life as simple as he can and everything. But that's when he discovered that, hey, he has superpowers and he's gonna fight crime. And of course, as you would presume, trying to, do what his father was doing, he gets his butt kicked and handed to him quite easily within the first time that he did it. He did pretty good, but not exactly well. So the second time, his father takes him to a costume designer. Basically, in my mind, he's sort of like Gamby from Black Lightning. He's a dude that can basically put things together and then just go, here, your new costume, enjoy. And you never see him again for who knows how long. But yeah, as simple as can be, which is, with it. I really think that for Robert Kirkman, he really captures what's going on in the teenager's life besides just the superhero thing. He had to worry about school, he had to worry about girls, he's worrying about other things, his first job and whatnot. Like, there's so much that's layered onto Mark Grayson that really makes him stand out as a character. It really makes him all the more likable and everything. There is a parody of the Justice League in this. They appear, I think, in issue 9 or 10. And they are parodies of the Justice League. You have The Flash, you have Batman, you have Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman. What I love what Kirkman did, he sort of combined Wonder Woman with Big Barda. That is amazing on so many levels. And he gave them all their distinct personality and everything. Like the speedster that's basically the Flash, he's Mexican. The Spanish, either or, I think it's Mexican. You have the female version for Wonder Woman. You have her being a lesbian. Because take that! Um, he wrote Seduction of the Innocent, that douchebag during the day. Wortham, Frederick Wortham. Like, suck it, Wortham. Because he said that back in the day during Seduction of the Innocent that Wonder Woman was being obvious for lesbian tendencies and all. Suck it, Wortham. Suck it. So, yeah, but then when they appear, immediately something happened to them, but they don't reveal exactly. I mean, they do reveal who it is, and I'm like, the hell? Why did this happen? I'm not going to spoil anything because I really want people to read the series as well as other people. But when I noticed that happen, I'm like, why did this happen? And then you have, and, it doesn't take a dark turn at that moment, but then it goes into light tone and then straight immediately back into dark. But before I get into that, there is a funny moment that I love in this, where Omni-Man is basically home for like a day. He has nothing to do. He can enjoy the day with his wife. They can just beat themselves and everything. And they spend most of the day making love to one another. And that is adorable. Like, you would think that, like, I would be laughing at that. I actually found it adorable and kind of romantic because it's sort of like, okay, you're alone with your wife, like, the kids are gone, and Mark is doing his superhero business. He's trying to join this own little, like, Teen Titans thing or Young Justice. It's like, what are you going to do? Obviously, for some people, they probably might decide to, make love because they haven't seen their partner in for so long. And I was watching that, and I was actually kind of smiling when I was reading that, going, this is pretty romantic. I mean, this is a guy who hasn't seen his wife literally in a long series of time, and it just, like, becomes him, It's like he suddenly takes this form of what he is and takes it into the fact that, like, this is my wife, this is the woman that I love, and I'm going to basically be with her. Then issue, I think 13 or 12, I think it's 13. Let me just go back here and see. I'm just going to flip back real quick to when it happened. Just really quick, hold on. Give me a moment here. 12. In issue 12, they reveal everything. They kind of throw everything at on the table of what happened and the true origin behind Omni-Man. And when you get the true origin behind Omni-Man, mind you, it's just like, I remember I was like, when I read the origin for him and then watched what happened afterwards, I'm like, I sat there frozen for just letting everything comprehend in my mind, and I'm just sitting there going, I literally sat there for like a good 10, 15 minutes just letting everything comprehend. I remember putting the bookmark in the book and just putting it down and going, just letting everything comprehend in my mind, like, this is what's happening. This is what's going to happen. Nothing is replacing this at all. And I just kind of sitting there going, like, I just accepted it for what it is. There is a character in this, and I don't remember her name, the redhead. Which is basically, I would assume that Kirkman is doing a play off of Mary Jane Watson, but with superpowers, which is actually, in my opinion, really damn cool. She's a very likable character, she's very an adorable and very outgoing and very fresh character that was introduced into Invincible. But she already had a boyfriend who basically can basically do contained explosions, I guess. So basically, he's DC's answer to the human bomb. And he did something, this is all I'm going to say. He did something to her, basically cheated on her, but with a character by the name Dupla Kate. That Dupla, Dupli, but her name is Kate, so it would be Kate. You can easily put that puzzle together real quick. Really think about that for a minute here. And even they don't kind of reference it, but they kind of explain what that's what's happened, and I'm like, oh. Even Mark did the same thing in the book, and I kind of went back and I reread it, and I'm like, oh, I see what you did. And then at first, Mark had started having feelings for her, and she was like, no, Mark, I can't date you because I'm with this other guy, I'm with Rex, I think that's what his name is. But then she wanted to be with him, and he's dating this blonde girl named Amber. And all I'm thinking in the back of my head is, slut. Not the redhead, but Amber. I'm just saying. I don't mean to offend anybody of that name, but I'm just kind of sitting there going, Yeah, she's gonna do something terrible to Mark. I haven't gotten that far in the book yet. Relative, I'm only on issue 15, but for my first time reading this, even though I'm up to 15 right now, it's really damn good. I mean, Kirkman does a great job explaining what this universe is and what he's doing here. There's a lot of characters who basically just have a slew of superheroes just sitting in front of you and nothing explained. Um, I know that it's a running gag for Linkara or Top the Fourth Wall, but Rob Liefeld is basically a good example of this. He sets up all these characters without giving them an origin or a backstory or why they're together. Whereas Kirkman is kind of explaining like who these characters are. Of course, he doesn't do it with the Justice League, but you can kind of put together what kind of the origins are like really quickly. It's just like your imagination can also work at this, you know, like maybe for his Amazon character for Wonder Woman that she essentially lived on a island with a bunch of women and told basically men bad, men evil. But when she chooses to be with a woman partner instead of a male partner, they even hate her even more and regret against her. Like that was my idea in my head was like maybe that's how everything is happening and that's why she left her whatever that she's from. It would have been nice just to nod that maybe like her female partner is like the female version of Mr. Miracle. That would have been nice, you know. But and it's kind of funny with Kirkman. Maybe it's his sense of humor or whatever. He made the other version of Aquaman, which I didn't explain, and I have nothing against Aquaman. I love the dude. Um, into a fish character, which I would assume that's like comedy on play there because everybody joked around like, oh, yeah, Aquaman's the worst character. I'm with Linkara on this one. Aquaman rules 70% of the earth, and underneath the sea are terrifying large creatures that can eat your souls. You're on your own if he takes over the world. You people are on your own. I'm joining the Aquaman cult over there, so I know I'm not really that far into this, and I really can't go through it in entire detail. But the art is amazing by Corey Walker, who also did art on a few other things. Um, the story by Kirkman is really impressive. Kirkman is doing an amazing job writing this character, really making him more sought after than all the other characters. Like look at some of the art in this. I'm just gonna show some scenes that I think is good. Look at some of the art in this, man. I mean, this is impressive, including he's going back to like the old Jack Kirby artwork. That is amazing, man. I really do enjoy and adore what he is, doing with these characters. I really like it. I like it a lot. There's this one funny moment in this before I have to end it. With his character named Monster Girl, and she is a little girl who can shapeshift into monsters. So just keep that in mind. And Rex, when he first met her, I know that this was a scene also from the series, but when Rex first met her, he started laughing and going, Monster Girl, you just gonna tell me some Girl Scout cookies? And she's like, I wouldn't oblige if you pick on me like that. He's like, look at her, she couldn't hurt a fly, she's too cute and adorable. All of a sudden, she just shapeshifts into this giant monstrosity and packs a punch onto Rex. And then Rex gets up afterwards like a drunk Iron Man going, yeah, can't do this to me. I'm a superhero. I think. I'm like, this is good. This is good comedy. This is great. This is like excellent comedy put into this. So if you like drama, if you like action, and if you like a good superhero story that about a teenager, this is definitely one of them. I don't know why I skipped over this or why I never picked it up. I never heard of it. Speaking of which, I went under my comic radar until I saw videos about it. And then when I actually picked this up, and by the way, this is not for a bad price. You can get all this story for about $40 off of Amazon. That is not a bad price. And besides, you're getting a really good read in this too. So I'm really enjoying it. I just want to talk about my first time reading it, and I think, in my opinion, that it's better than The Walking Dead. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Lazy Universe saying, once again, fuck The Walking Dead, peace on, and raise hell with Invincible. Until next time.